Так, короче, какую-то часть не записывал видео. В общем, что, построили машину, телепорт для путешествий в институт. Поехали.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute, what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. Don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Блять, а как назад вернуться, ёб твою мать? Эй.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know what you mean. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those who love us. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, Daddy's gone, but I'm here. Mommy's here now.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, honey? What do you want me to do?
I don't know you. Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here! Help me!
Sean, please. Calm down.
Father? Father, help me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute. Just as you are.
I'll make this very simple.
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely in the vault. You had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the... At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here, in the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like.
How can you say that?
Because it is the same. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, we really do have human... Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Doctor?
Most of them have lasted
They weren't
long
kidding.
past their
You
projected
really are here.
lifespans.
Well, all
Ask
right.
me.
I'm Allie.
Built pretty
Allie
well.
Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
What makes you ask? I'm a complete stranger to you.
I suppose when I heard your story, well, I felt sorry for you. You've suffered more tragedy than any one person deserves. Your whole world is gone. I'm sorry. I know that was a very personal question. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Oh, when necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always... You don't even want to know. I can't argue.
Allie.
Go. Hey, all set.
What do you need?
Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks again.
Of course.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't reach.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
Glad you made it.
They're
We're all
dragging
looking forward to
targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much
I doubt
every
it.
other department.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, acting director. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time. It's nothing personal. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief.
Right.
Our primary responsibility.
I'm sure it's best.
Certainly. The results could be different. Our main instrument, coursers, hunt down. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered it already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for a single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high profile. In his absence, I keep things running smooth.
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it? When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
What is it you're working on?
Advanced systems, special projects. You've seen the boy, Synth, already. We've been hard at work on him for quite a while now. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is some... In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the... If nothing else, it should... Now, unless there's something else...
I'd like a progress.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the child. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
Good to see you.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to...
Excuse me, Doctor.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Lab. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning.
In that case, let me... As the name implies, our most important. To that end, we've even started to explore the idea of... You probably saw the gorilla...
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making the initiative. I'm sure I've taken up...
I'm not sure how...
Great. I was hoping you'd say that.
Sure.
In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer.
Yeah! Is there anything
I think Dr. Carlin was looking for help with one of his experiments. You should talk to him.
Most men lack the patience to observe and document plant growth.
The Institute's up. Big place. It might take a while to learn everything.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous, with the superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could...
Son?
The sooner that synth is safely back in the Institute, the better for everyone.
Haylen?
I hope you brought that artifact back in one piece.
Here it is.
Great. I'll get this. Here's a little comment. When you're ready for more, just say the word.
Affirmative.
All right. Here's...
If you find any technical
We still have so much
should
to
bring them
learn
to
about the
Project
mistakes we
Fund
made in the
analysis.
past.
when it comes to keeping the Prydwen running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Well, look who's back. I take it that area's clear?
Affirmative.
Impressive. Here's your recon's all. If you're interested in heading...
I'm ready.
Good. Report back.
Someday, I want to be the best laser rifle shooter in the Brotherhood.
friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Are you okay?
Thanks to your timing.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My name is Ada. This was the third time, even with the weapon and detection upgrades Jackson gave me, I was unable to defend them.
Tell me about these robots.
They roam the Commonwealth and claim to be restoring order. We've seen them fighting raiders, but they've also attacked innocents, settlers, merchants, and caravans like ours. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made the decision to leave.
You couldn't have known.
The probability of attack in recompense. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader, the Mechanist.
You'll need help if you want to succeed.
I'm aware of this. You have shown willingness to aid. In return,
I'll do it.
I wish I had the proper... Now, you may find information there that I will follow and assist with your permission.
Yeah.
General Atomics...
Lancer Captain Kells said it's going to take a lot of hard work and discipline. I want to be as good as you. The other squires are going to be so jealous.
Yes, ma'am.
Ada.
How may I be of service, ma'am?
It's time for you to go.
I'd prefer to remain by your side, but I'll abide by your command.
All weapon systems are go. Good shooting night.
Здорово, самолет, офигеть.
Stand by for landing.
Welcome back. I take it the training mission went well.
Roger that.
Well done. Our squires need strong mentors to follow. Let me know when you can undertake another mission.
I'm happy to help.
Excellent. The squire will have the...
Attention! Ferrum Squad, report to debriefing. Ferrum Squad to the debriefing.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Captain Wasteland.
Look who's back. I take it everything went without a hitch.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
Good work.
Right?
Here, your caps. If you got the time, if these farmers realize what we're doing on a daily basis.
Sure. I'll take a look.
Got some short.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
The Brotherhood's got a lifetime supply of nuclear ordnance thanks to you. I expect you can use a... What can I get for you today?
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got...
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
Good to see you again, Knight. Anything I can do to help?
Patch me up, Doc.
Well, to fix...
Hurt.
Huh? Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No, we're done.
Sounds good.
The 2 in the head will stay dead. Advice to live.